Meet a revolutionary. There are plenty in this community. Yes, it is Thursday already, folks. We are here for it. Hope everyone has had a good week thus far. In the post-Thanksgiving afterglow, hope it has been well. All right, we're going to start the night like this. The cards are dealt. The dice are thrown. The gambler's heart begins to race. The tables gleam, the siren's song, temptation's kiss upon his face. With every turn, the stakes are raised. His hopes and dreams hang in the air. A dance with fate, a game unfazed in this arena of despair. The Gambler's Lure, John Doe. Welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. La, 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 la. And welcome to the online open mic presented by the legendary, that's right, the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know how we do. We've been doing this and doing this and doing this well. Welcome to episode 103, folks. Including tonight, there are 4 more open mics for 2025. Like, this year has gone by extremely quickly, but we are here, all right? And we're going to keep it going. So, as I mentioned, welcome to episode 103. We do this week after week, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 860-4964-4756. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust, you'll find out this evening. We do this thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills. So we would like to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Bloomberg Philanthropies, the Howard Gilman Foundation, and the New York State Council on the Arts for hosting these free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to neweurekan.org/donate. Every penny counts. All right, make sure you are plugging in with one of the dopest techs in the Zoom verse. Thornley Matthew Model Keen in the building, Storm Lake in the building, all the way in Jersey, baby. Make sure you plug in. He is an incredible host as well. Also, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. That cat's dope. All the way up in the BX. You know what it is, man. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on. Make sure you plug in, all right? Tonight's theme, Gambler's Wonderland. Loaded dice. Listen, like, please understand you have artistic license to do wherever, whatever this theme takes you to, wherever it puts you in a state of mind of. If your artwork is not on theme this evening, that's still totally cool. We are still looking forward to all the incredible genius that you have to share with us. Next week's theme, coming at you. The gift of giving, sharing wealth. All right. This is clearly, what the 1% doesn't know very much about. All right. But the 99% know all about, right? We share our wealth. That's not always in denominations of currency, but we share the wealth of knowledge and wisdom, and we pass those things down. And in some cases, that's more important than money, right? Don't get me wrong. Generational wealth is a serious thing. However, sometimes it comes in the form of knowledge. All right. Here's a look at our last set of themes for this year. It is going to be a great rest of this year. And trust, folks, I'm already working on stuff for next year. All right. So let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic stage as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your artistic performance. As you're coming to the microphone, right, have your artwork ready. We do have a full list this evening, plus the good luck round is already filling up. So make sure you have your artwork ready, all right? Artists, you have 4 minutes to rock, all right? Once you see, I gotta get worked on that. In the box, you will see in your right-hand corner, I believe, you will see a countdown, right? Once you get down to 4 minutes, you will hear this tone. Once you hear that, you will have 30 seconds to wrap it up. All right. We are doing this to make sure we are respecting the venue, respecting each artist. All right. Please understand the mute monster is coming. All right. We are doing that to make sure that everyone gets the same amount of time. All right. I don't want to cut people off. I don't want to mute people. So please have it together, folks. All right. We reached the time of night where the sensitive ears should be just out of earshot because there are explicit lyricists in our community, and some may even bring about some triggering flashbacks, all right? But the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship. Other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Look around and get cute, man. Get the boot all the way from Jersey or the BX, baby. It's coming for you, all right? What we do is a living, breathing trigger warning. Thou hath been warned. This is a true call and response space, all right? After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all that energy, all of that exuberance with the audience. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway, thanks to y'all, and we're going to make sure it stays that way. So give all that energy to your colleagues, to the community, and it will be returned to you in all of their performances. The guaranteed list tonight is closed, all right, because signups begin 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to neweurekan.org. You click on full events calendar. Then you click on a Thursday that you want to get down on. You need that artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way you're going to get down, and they don't populate until 24 hours before the show, all right? Tonight's list, full of geniuses, full of creative artists, full of poets that do this, right? Some people do this, but we do this, all right? So, without further ado, let's get it. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? Great to see you. Luna, welcome. Michael Sindler's here. Math is here. Mason Bailey in the building. Alan Garrett. Joski. I see the captain of the street team in here. Poetastic in the building. Peace to the God. Always good to see you. Lauren. I see Dustin. I see Campbell. Auntie April in the building. Dr. Z Page is here. Catman's here. Yo, it's going to be a great night, y'all. For real. Sam Hardy just came in. K, the poet in the building. Winter Rose. Good to see you. All right, y'all. So let's do it. Again, I told y'all the good luck round is already filling up. So I will post this evening's list in the chat, and we will get to it. All right. So as per usual, this gentleman has gotten just he just has a way of finding himself opening the door for the evening, opening the show. Love when he comes through. He always has such a positive energy and always a sparkly message to cap it off, man. Really, really enjoy what you do, man. I'm thankful that you come here to do it with us. The one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Come on, Eddie. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. It is always great to see you. Come on, man. Set it off.
Thank you, my bro, like no other words like thunder. And thank you for pushing on through. Remember that we love you, Rama Thompson, and Matthew Monaking too. Woo! Hello, my name is Ed Pochastle. I'm feeling fantastic. Please, time to join my rhyme. Thoughtful supply. We're gonna have a good time. I got one poem, so I'll take too much time. This is called Wrong Turn, Right Question. I ponder my actions, a bliss of satisfaction. Oh, the river of regret, the roaries of debt. It haunts me too, sticking like glue. But who else but you? You did break through. Why? But why ask why? Why is the sky? Hit speed bumps, you got into some lumps. If you do or done it, but learning is a habit. You are young, fleeing mindless dung. You are old, fleeing bitter cold. If I count my mistakes, it'll keep you awake. I would wish them all away, yet it would make me feel a-okay. They would give me nightmares. Despair can rot, scream, and tear. I don't want that, a matter of fact. I'd rather be dirty. I can't ruin my journey. I know you would, but do you think you should? If your mistakes were gone, it wouldn't redo your wrongs. The wrongs of being you. Now you got the clue. I can't believe I did, but don't be a squid. Don't question life with all your might. It was born first, even if it hurts. Life puts you there, sometimes fair. What is life bites? To keep you not uptight. Why did he or she died? To swallow their pride. Why did I get the job? So you won't get robbed. Why can't I find love? So you can be a dove. Why can't I win the lottery? So your life can be in harmony. If you didn't do it, you wouldn't earn grit. It was so crazy. Is your mind less hazy? Taking chances builds character. Your personality is quite particular. Thank you.
Yo, man, like I don't know how you're doing this, but you're pretty amazing, sir. Unmute yourself. Give it
You
up for
too.
Poetastic.
Nice work, Eddie.
Yeah, who taught you that piece of advice, Eddie? Taking chances builds character. That's solid.
Right, right. Ashford and Simpson, solid as a rock. Um, for sure, man. Like it's you have really been coming with some real concrete stuff, man. Um, I love the why ask why question. That just it just goes in a loop, man. For real. Learning is a habit. I absolutely love that. Put that on a shirt. Sell it. Um, if I count my mistakes, I would keep you awake. Man, come on. There's just a lot of honesty in that line, um, and a lot of difficulty in that line because you have to be willing and ready to kind of share that with people. And there's enough of it to keep you awake. That was really dope, Eddie. Thank you, man. Really, I appreciate that. Yo, the Starship is underway. Let's keep it going, y'all. Coming up next, yo, this cat, look, I don't know, like these dudes are just like they just enjoy being back to back, man. Like it just, you know, this gentleman has a unique way of writing. I love his style. His voice is always on point, um, and he just has a way of writing that just sticks to your bones, a la Mr. Chicken Soup himself, the one and only Alan Gary in the building. Come on, Alan, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Friends, you can follow me on my Alan Gary Facebook page. Tonight, our theme, Gambler's Wonderland, Loaded Dice. If you believe the fascist propaganda espoused daily by the powers that be, then I have a bridge to sell you. Or I'll just share my poem with you. It's called Fools. Pearls before swine, don't waste my time. You don't listen, you turn your page in disgrace. I write my next chapter in unassailable headspace. Your misplaced anger boomerangs and gets filled like bloat in your fake-ass manger. Redding sang, try a little tenderness, but not for you. With your hate, though, you are quite generous. Handwriting's been on the wall. If I look like you and feel like you and think like you, come Christmas time, then it's good tidings. Otherwise, it's fuck you, buckaroo. You see from your cult with abscessed eyes, your hearts are like stone, heavy with lies. Your souls are dead, even though you are alive. You come from generations who have not learned that bigotry is human stagnation. How can one then argue with such close-minded fools? Thank you.
Yo, I'm here for that, Alan, for real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Alan Gary.
Is this a new Alan Gary? I haven't seen this one before.
Yes.
I
I was
love
gonna say, right?
it was
I love
awesome
that.
though.
I love it.
With this one and last week, you were just ranting here. That was refreshing, Alan. You know, everybody's got to pull out a rant once in a while.
Not new, just another version.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You just had some real key liners in there, man. Like, well, fuck you, Buckaroo. Like, I just just like, wow, come on, man. He said, if you believe all that shit, I got a bridge to sell you. That's just funny. Pearls before swine, filled like bloat in your fake ass manger. Like, what? Your heart is like stone, heavy with lies. Man, like, I don't know. I don't know what you consumed in the past week. If it was a stiff drink, if somebody spiked your turkey, but we are here for it, sir. For real. Like, you get the blood boiling with that kind of work. Thank you for doing what you do and sharing it with us. Maze in the building, outlaw. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, love when this gentleman comes through, man. He is such a pillar of our community. He's like Mr. Forms, right? He knows, he's a master of forms, right? I've even learned some forms that I didn't even know existed by listening to this gentleman work. His pen is always sharp. I like to call him our resident blacksmith. Mr. Lighthouse Rider himself, the one and only Michael Sendler, is in the building. Come on, Michael, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Hey, thanks. You can sometimes find me at the Lighthouse Riders Center, lighthouseriders.org, which is an incredible organization that has great workshops and classes and all kinds of stuff. I just had to miss party for the anthology that just came out because it was snowing like crazy last night, but that's all well and good. I'm going to start with one on theme. It's called Flip Card. You flip the death card, number 13, symbolic of endings, symbolic of change. You flipped off the past, a number of things, no longer needed, no longer you. You flipped expectations, went out of your orbit, according to onlookers, according to hangers on. You flipped the table, upsetting traditionalists, looking to hold you back, looking for favors. You flipped a baker's dozen into that mystery. Some say to beware of, some say to count on. You flip the death card, number 13, symbolic of change, symbolic of endings. And I actually wrote that one specifically for anthology that Ike did. That is just absolutely fantastic and has several other people here in it, if I'm not mistaken. This one is more, we're getting to the end of the year kind of dealy. New white hair. Let each new white hair brushed in mourning before the mirror be a thin messenger of acceptance, a pure thread stitching past to future, minute journey from scalp to skull, letting go of gravity, release and surrender, follow the fall. Do not hesitate to trim frayed ends. Let that worn fringe of old struggle, splintered growth drift with each snip. Toss sweepings away without regret, knowing continuing strands will flourish stronger in their absence. Gaze straight ahead, see your frame face for what it is, wrinkled folds, rounded slopes with frosted hedge, as a Zen garden of flesh. Resting still in spirit as seasons change, then laugh loud and turn to face the day. And I'm going to squeeze in a little shorty. This is called Just by Being. It's a Tonka. Got to have at least one form poem in here. Bummed about your haikus. Basho, Bushan, and Issa. Make it look easy. Geniuses can piss you off just by being fantastic. Okay, thank y'all.
Oh my goodness, sir. Geniuses can piss you off just by being fantastic? Really? Come on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Michael Sindler.
Wonderful, Michael.
Thanks so much, Michael Sindler, for being you, bro. Thank you so much.
Wow. That was. See, I told y'all. And then, just for poops and giggles, he threw in a Tonka for you. You know what I mean? Like, amazing, sir. Really. And he's so fluid with it, right? Like, first time I heard a Ranga, first time I heard a Villanelle. This gentleman. Like, he just does it. And your line work is incredible. Sounds like it looks like an artist, You flipped the death card, number 13. The manuscript he was talking about was, I believe, this 13 Poets for a Pigeon Kiss, right? Published by the illustrious Ike Waltz, who we will hear from later. There is also another person in here this evening that I will make sure I highlight out of this book as well. But I love that the flip card, right? You flip expectations, you flip the baker's dozen, symbolic of change. And the new white hair, listen, a pure thread stitching past to future. I don't know if I've ever heard someone discuss their hair in that way, but that was just masterful, sir. A Zen garden of flesh, come on, man. And then, of course, geniuses can piss you off just by being fantastic. I wholeheartedly agree, 100%. Thank you, sir, for doing what you do, continuing to share it with us, and continue to contribute to poetry, right? You are very dedicated to that, and I'm very thankful for you for that. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, where is the maestro? There he is. Listen, I go on and on about this guy, but he is amazing like that, right? Author of Four Crescents, author of Black Calculus, author of Evaporating Rage. He's a poet. He's a playwright. He's a former fencer. He's just all around just a bad dude, man. Educator. Pushcart nominee. Again, the list goes on and on and on. He is a warrior in the truest of sense. The one and only mathematics in the building. Come on, Math. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please, take it away.
Hey, good evening, my people. I am so grateful to be here tonight, and I got a piece that's on theme, and it'll tell you about my state of mind. So here we go. Being or doing, to be or not to be. Why me? Why not me? Is there a cure? What are my chances? Do I have a choice? How long do I have? Is prayer enough? Will there be pain? How much can I stand? When will I know it's time? Do I hold on or let go? Do you remember normal? Does that make me abnormal? Is this the new normal? Is this my fault? Was it something I said? What did I do wrong? Is there a better? Will I get there? When? Okay. So here's another piece. This is titled Meditation. Like doing nothing while your mind, with no constraints, no need for focus, continues to do what it does. Churning through ether beyond your flesh, looking for connections to compose new data points, connect those data points to a grid of this sense divided by the experience that was equivalent to the memory of, you know what the mind does. While the I am that is you and not your mind can observe what comes of the purple haze and the rest of your unsolicited thoughts. The randomness is always not the time to be wedded to any attachments. And then that babble becomes a din, way off in the background, hardly noticeable, no sound, no other moment but for right now. Then is a choice, a chance to be aware of all there is, because the balance of it is equal to nothing. Peace.
Man, you're like a poetic therapist, man. Like, oh, unmute yourself. Give it up for the maestro.
Just absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
I love that first poem about looking at mortality. It was just amazingly done in such a sort of an upbeat yet real way. Just really amazing. Excellent. Loved it.
I'm glad you heard me, Bonnie.
I did.
Yeah, I was just really taken with both your poems again, Norm. They really show, as a really great example how when poetry's part of your, you know, it's just like an involuntary system, right? It's like your respiratory system. It's just always there, keeping you in sync with being alive and the whole question of existence. Those poems were just really intensely. They had a focus beyond focus, really.
And that's what meditation is for damn sure.
Did you say focus beyond focus, Jedi Master?
Yeah, you when you get to a certain point, it's the words are about words. The concept kind of lays within itself. It's Zen in some respects, but to the maestro's point about meditation.
Listen, man, you're I love the Yoda aspect in here, really. Because if you're not allowing the people who have been through it to influence your journey, you're probably just chasing your tail, right? You have to allow the people who have seen things and done things to help guide you out of the wilderness of your mind sometimes, right? And this is why I told y'all, like, he's a warrior of the realest kind. When he starts talking about survival, you start asking some very, very heavy questions, Math. Why me? Why not me? Is there a cure? How long do I have? Is prayer enough? How much can I stand? Do you remember normal? Does that make me abnormal? What did I do wrong? Is there a better? Will I get there? Like, I think some of those are internal questions, but when you start speaking them into existence, you're probably looking at a deer in headlights. They're just like, I don't know. Right? But you have to have the fortitude to say, nah, I know what it is. I'm not asking you because you don't have an answer. Right? But I'm connected to a universe that says there's always an answer. Thank you, Math. Really. And that meditation, looking for connections to create new data points, you know what the mind does. You know what the mind does. Amazing, Math. Thank you. Thank you for being as strong as you are, for continuing to come through and be a pillar of our community. We appreciate you, Math. Truly. All right. Coming up next, just one of my favorite poets in the world. She comes through and just speaks with a voice that I believe everyone should hear. She is also a contributor to 13 Poets for a Pigeon Kiss and has her own manuscript on the way. Make sure you plug in with the one and only Dr. Z Page in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Thank you. Thanks, RMT and Matthew and Elemental. I wrote this piece last Wednesday, but I didn't do it at the Thanksgiving open mic. Thought it'd be a little too depressing, so I brought it today. It's called Cold Turkey. It's Thanksgiving Eve, and I will be alone tomorrow. I peep out my bedroom window, naked, hoping someone remains in the business office across the street. Otherwise, I don't know if anyone will see my body by twilight. Chilling my cheer, I open my refrigerator to find the bachelor's condiments. I must have left the other ingredients at someone else's apartment. The TV mute button isn't loud enough to hide the many commercials for holiday movies. I weigh the decorations still in the drawer, decide if they are worth lifting my spirits before the come down on Black Friday. That night, the loneliest hug is from my blanket, where my oven's heat escapes the thread count. Marketing names it a comforter, but I call it a reminder that I hold it like a bullfighter. It's an act of magic how I disappear my sparring partners. I dream I'm the anti-Santa Christ. Even Ebenezer's ghost appears mirthful. At least he changes by the end of his carol. This isn't my first opportunity for improvement. Previously, I chose spirits in bars, hoping for the graveyard to find me in the present. I prioritized the use of hands for punching clocks over holding family. The minutes I spend calling my parents collect dust every time there is a click of the 11th hour on the 11th month. I stopped complaining that my friends don't send me happy Thanksgiving messages because I can't act and I don't text them either. I assure myself it's okay. I find turkey dry anyway. I like roasted chicken though. Maybe 2 of those can feed as many people as a turkey would. But where would I find a second chicken this close to Thanksgiving? The grocers have already sold them. So I think how I can do better. Perhaps I should begin planning for next year. Thank you.
That's just work. That level of honesty is it's just beautiful, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for
Yeah.
Dr. Z Page.
Now that was brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, I really, maybe this sounds off to say, I really enjoyed how you took the listener on this journey where you're figuring yourself out and getting reoriented. It's almost like I'm auditorily hearing you gain your balance. And, that was a very sensitive thing for you to be doing.
It's also not easy to put all those feelings into words that are so meaningful and not overly sad or maudlin, just really honest is how I saw it. Just the way you described all those feelings and how it worked for you. So I thought it was
That's a doctor for you.
Yeah, and also just like the delivery. I mean, it was very kind of measured and just kind of looking at us in the eyes and um like the brilliance of the craft and the just everything you're doing, but then the delivery absolutely just heightened everything that I loved it.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about it now that Elizabeth brings it up. I'm kind of thinking the question to my mind, knowing your other ways of delivering is, how would this work if you did it as a slam, more as a slam presentation, and would it work that way? I'm just kind of tossing that up in the air.
It's a great point, Jedi Master. And here lies the problem. Could you really expose your nakedness for a fucking score? Right? That's always been the problem with slam, right? You give everything to these poems, right? We write our hearts into these lines. And then for someone to say 7.9, 8.2, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like if you knew the 8.2 times that I've fought off depression, the 7.9 times I fought off my anxiety to get to this point, I'll show you 7.9. I'll show you 8 point whatever, right? But I absolutely love the raw nakedness of this poem, right? And this kind of just, I almost got a glimpse of it, the way you were describing it, but it also seems like the intro to something, right? You said standing at the window, hoping someone remains in the business office across the street. Otherwise, no one else would see my body. Like that's just heavyweight work right there. It just is, right? To allow yourself to be vulnerable to strangers just so you can say someone saw me. I mean, I knew you were struggling when you said if it wasn't for this, I would be alone, right? That was heavy enough. So no, please don't ever feel like something will bring the energy down or it's too depressing. We got you. We're here for you. If that's what's on your heart, if that's what you need to share, we are here to listen and to hold space with you. Really. That was just amazing, right? She mentioned the mini commercials for holiday movies. They get absolutely ridiculous. And I'm the anti-Santa Christ. Oh my gosh. That's just, yeah, I don't even know where that came from. This isn't my first opportunity for improvement, right? Punching clocks instead of holding family members. That's just so much work in what you do. I cannot thank you enough for your honesty in your poetry. Really, it really shines through. Thank you for sharing it with us. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, one of the coolest cats in the Zoomverse. Peace to the gods. for all the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that they share with us. Shout out to the Vietnam survivors. Uh, Listen, this gentleman, he's an experience, y'all. Truly, every single time I see him, one of my spiritual advisors, contributor of Sunday's open house anthology, hosted by Abi Odun, one of the last poets, and he came to do lots of things, but he ain't come here to tap dance. I promise you, the one and only Baba Ngoma in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, God. Please take it away.
What's up, y'all? It's good to see all of y'all. It's good to be here. I put my info in the chat. From what I can understand, Starbucks, the workers at Starbucks are on strike. I don't know about what city you're in, but in different cities and whatnot, Starbucks workers are on strike. So these two poems are for them. Okay? They're from my book, I Didn't Come Here to Tap Dance. Java. Dear Starbucks, the line in my poem, trying to pay off student loans with salaries from Starbucks, was in no way intended to offend you. The real question we ask is why the U.S. economy can't provide adequate employment for me to be able to repay the loans on my 3 degrees with minimum wage. And in this so-called land of plenty, home of the American dream where nothing as it seems, why can't education be free? Actually, Starbucks, we thank you for giving us the opportunity to be employed in this land of the free, where so many have lost their jobs. So we work for you, unorganized and non-union. It's the American dream turned nightmare, homogenized and deculturalized, ignoring the pleas of our third world kin as child labor picks your beans, while half the world is strung out on sugar and caffeine, lined up to get your overpriced fix to start the day like crack fiends. I must admit your product is supreme, got folks dreaming the American dream. What side are you on? Starfuck. It only took 2 minutes. The barista figured colored folks should only be picking coffee, not drinking it. Maybe waiting on folk, not waiting for folk. The overseers asked no questions, still mad that Asada was free and Mumia still alive. Common sense was not on the menu. They were still hired after failing sensitivity training, not feeling that the niggas had rights to be read before being arrested. After all, this was Philadelphia, the city of otherly love, a love for white folk only, where those of darker hue are tolerated as long as they stay in line. Emancipation Proclamation hadn't been taught in school. I guess miseducation said that we were happy slaves. The Negro chief of overseers claimed no apology was needed. After all, he was blue first. When the hashtag boycott Starbucks signs arrived, the plantation boss realized that the cash flow was about to be interrupted. Damage control could save his bottom line while saving his behind. He's praying that racial sensitivity training might redeem him. But sadly, not much has changed in this 400-year conversation. What side are you on, boys? What side are you on? What side are you on? Which side are you on?
I try to tell y'all, he's just an experience all his own, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Baba Ngoma.
All right. And he is the first person to ever raise birds in space.
I really like the first poem so much because it does this thing that, on the face of it is very clean and simple, but it's the basis for so much need to do this kind of veil ripping. And that's the fact that everybody just takes for granted that, caffeine is this sanctioned intoxicant and the whole society runs on it. And, it's out there in plain sight and people gorge themselves on it every day. But, nobody really is going to shine a light on the fact that, you know, it's just part of the hypocrisy of the society that, you know, all these other intoxicants get condemned, but here we are guzzling an intoxicant, and it's the reason for this worldwide system of oppression.
Absolutely. Listen, listen. Your colleagues are loving the chorus of your birds, right? It's like, yo, like I heard that. Like, come on, brother, come on. Like that's all I hear the birds saying. Like, yeah, yeah, tell him, God, tell him. Listen, he's on the money, folks. He's actually reading from his book, right? Yo, those two back to back are tough, man. Really. In Java, he said, the real question we ask is why the U.S. economy can't provide adequate employment for me to be able to repay the loans on my 3 degrees with minimum wage. Come on, man. Why can't education be free? It's the American dream turned nightmare. Homogenized and deculturalized. Come on, man. In the second poem, I just think everybody jumped on that. I think everybody heard that, right? Said, I guess Miseducation said that we were happy slaves. Is that even a real thing, man? Like, the plantation boss realized that the cash flow was about to be interrupted. Damage control could save the bottom line while saving his behind. But sadly, not much has changed in this 400-year conversation. Do yourself a favor and get a copy of this book. Seriously. Appreciate you, God. Really. All right. Let's keep it going. 3 more, and we are going to go to halftime. Coming up next, all the way from the Pacific Northwest, this gentleman just has a way with words. And I know we're in a, a room full of poets. I get that. But this gentleman has a way with words. He and his instrument have a synergy like no other. He just sings the type of lyrics that just seem to put our week in balance. And he does it consistently. The one and only Joski C in the building. Come on, Joski. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please, take it away.
Hey, Elemental.
Coming through like a rock star, Joski. Let's go.
Wonderful. So I have some new haikus to share and a song. And these are about Donald Trump continuing to murder people on the high seas. Orders. Big ship weaponry, murder sailors on the sea, illegal orders. To ensure they're dead, 2 strikes launched upon their heads with our tax dollars. Have they lost their minds? Some say it's only war crimes if you murder twice. Trump says we don't care if he murders in Times Square, just like on the sea. And this song, this is a song, so Trump continues to brag about the results of his cognitive tests, and in which he had to memorize 5 words. And so I'm gonna go ahead and play that. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Let the test shine a light on what we wonder every night. Where's the heart? Where is the mind? atrocities of every kind. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? You can't brag less, you're the best. You passed the dementia test. Diagnosed so insane, how else do you cause such pain? Where is the love? Where is the love? Oranges were meant to peel. Beneath the rind there's nothing real. Everything you steal is what you've got. Takes a lifetime to create. Orange helmet, heart of hate. Bigots can relate to who you are. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Let the test shine a light on what we wonder every night. Where is the love?
He's just a master at work, for real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joski. See.
Monster mic drop. Love
Yeah.
that.
I do like the way you're able to use humor and satire so subtly. You know, you never feel like it's like you're rushing to the punchline or something. It's just woven in beautifully.
I like if I had your voice, Joski, I wouldn't even talk and shit. I would sing everything I say. I would just be walking around just singing everything I fucking say. Like you have that type of voice that it melts. Your voice just melts into the ear. And then you're so poignant in what you say. Like it's a great privilege to hear you.
Yeah. I think they just called you a walking minstrel, Joski. Here's the thing about that song. The person could be listening to it and not even know they're being disrespected in it because they're just enjoying the song, right? It's like, oh, this is kind of catchy, right? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Like, you know, it's like, oh, okay, those are cool words. Like, I don't know how you made it a song, right? But you just have a way of doing that, Joski. Your haiku were on point, sir. I really, really dig how you dig into your writing, right? Two strikes on their head with our tax dollars, right? Illegal orders, right? Like, man, and it's always so very about the time, right? You're always very present with your work, and you write the kind of poetry that people need to hear. Thank you, Joski, for doing what you do and continuing to share it with us. Amazing, sir. All right, two more, and we'll go to halftime. And these two are right here for a reason. So check it out. Coming up next, a true Low East Sider, our resident Gilgamesh, the only poet I know who was in the original Aloud anthology from the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. This gentleman has been rocking poetry longer than some of us even knew what poetry was, and is still doing it at such a high level. I'm even still trying to catch up to what he does. He's just such a pillar of our community, well before we moved online. He has been there, he has done it, he has seen it, he has heard it, and then lived to tell about it. The one and only Paul Skiff in the building. Come on, Jedi Master. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Bye. Great to be here. Let me get this poem up. It's kind of short. My voice is a mess tonight. Prophecy paints my tongue with ocean breeze. My voice has a saline edge, and the timbre is sticky. God's green feathered legs dangle out of the clouds, upon whose sky blue satin curtains hang. Beneath this portent, afternoon is a snoozing coal-colored dog tattooed with 100 inverted silver crucifixes that inflate and deflate with each canine breath like pulsing, nocturnal blossoms of sanctity. Crossing field of hexes, the whirlwind's vortexes of vulva suspended like pendulous red pear, circled by the bird mariners see before discovering land. Silver surface of the pond hums concentric intuitions rippling with Christian words like sloth, usury, and flagellation. Self-esteem carries a toilet up 5 flights of stairs, then pours narcissism into the porcelain burden, so self-love struggles against the same gravity feet overcame with requirement to press the earth farther and further away until night sky and ocean immensities whose locations my perception has but does not possess scale down who I think I am to the size of overestimation's thumbtack. In the courtyard of midday comparison, its killing potential faster than failure, dispossessing the score of its pretension to authority so the digits no longer are able to brag and now panhandle for spare change from credibility while the sun acknowledges being mother of your eyes, within which elusive and spectral luminous yellow dreams of the mountain button the peak's white shirt around the moon so the sleeves become hoses of celestial light. Having something to say, investigate significance, but profundity plays a flute made out of indifference whose counter melody wears a hat made from humbleness in the year's humid courtyard where Inquisition scaffold reminds the uncanny from where witches were sent to fear that a noose the size of history is wide enough for all superstition to seduce credulity with a story about how there is no immunity from evil. From distant narrow golden slit where ocean and heaven mingle to fan high through the cosmos the amorphous veil of Atardecer together with lights of the church dome kiss beneath looming violet thunderheads, their darkness heavier than wounded heart whose future visions come from seeing tomorrow with its own self vanishing into distance where fatalism loses its name to inconsequence like a tongue overpowered by spice. Cosmic light is hunting for the you that would be made to glow opposite of the me whose lips rub with each other. And earnestness being alone puts on like the need of nakedness to inhabit respectability's solitary valuation that transforms the shape of vulnerability hides with an intermediary hoax offered as style, going right through you underneath your skin as satisfaction is creation's epic like the ancient timelessness of the first light lingering beneath your tongue. Sorry, Matthew.
Sir, you're a freaking genius, man. For real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul. Skip.
Paul, I just have to say your use of language is just, it's indescribable to me. How many words you form together and how you pronounce them. It's almost like a little car in a square maze where you're going down just a few feet and then suddenly you're making a left turn and a right turn and you just never know what's going to come up. But it was just an amazing use of language. That's all. It was beautiful.
Thank you, Bud.
Listen, I honestly, y'all, I have no idea. And I've said this. Whatever planet he gets his download from, it may not even be in this solar system. I'm convinced now. It may not even be. Like your colleagues are saying, the way you use language, your choice of language, like I can tell, man, you have like a layer of skin that's just poetry. Really, like it's a part of who you are. You have veins rooted in poetry, sir. And I'm glad that you've moved beyond that. Well, you might not get this. This is just a piece of something else. There's always something poetic in what you read, and everybody gets something out of it, right? You said prophecy paints my tongue with an ocean breeze. The dog tattooed with 100 upside down silver crucifixes. Come on, man. This is just the image of that. The digits are no longer able to brag, right? Having something to say investigates significance. A noose the size of history, sir. I got to dabble with that line because that's just a big deal. A noose the size of history. Come on, man. Like a tongue overpowered by spice, man. Like, and then you make it all make sense. Even with all this wordplay, you still make it make sense. And I very much appreciate you for hanging on, for being such a pillar, for your commentary, for your critique. It makes such a significant difference. Thank you for all you do, sir. All right. One more artist, and we are gonna go to halftime. Check it out. This cat, he's my slam master. He's the slam master of the world. Future poet laureate of Earth. The razor blade shaved with. He's a giant amongst giants, and then he makes giants nervous. He's a shaklack clack outlaw. Just one of the dopest cats in the world, man. Contributor also to Sunday's Open House Anthology, as well as Incoming Fire by the Outlaws. The one and only CP Mays in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, folk. Come on, man. Take it away.
Hello. I came into the room and I'm listening to poems, and I know some cool motherfuckers, Elemental. Like, like I look around the room and I see everybody's faces and everybody's styles and just who they are over the last couple of months. Like, I really know some cool people. That's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. Just knowing some really cool people. I have a poem. I think it's on theme. It's called Loaded Dice. I'm Not the One. Last year, I was voted most likely not to succeed with second chances. Currently, I hold the world's record for most failed attempts at saying, I love you when it counts. I catered all the Merlot, manna, and mustard seeds for the final farewell party Jesus threw at his last supper. Hey, never ask angels auctioning off your prayers if they were just bored and needed something else to do. Last night, I caught a glimmering glimpse of a suicidal firefly flicking off its own light switch and cried. Can't explain why in my second past life I was first to throw Yeshua a baby shower, but I did. Can't explain why he got kicked out of heaven. Maybe hell just knew Satan needed a second job. Can't explain why turning water into wine turned wise men into winos. Maybe Jesus was just being a little too flashy. I'm a gambling, going all in. God's got a good feeling. I'm not playing by the house rules anymore. I'ma drop a coin inside my slot machine and yank that lever knowing I brought thunderstorms with me. A poker face player playing with a pair of loaded dice for odds. I'm a misplaced safe bet. Hey, miracle, call me. Raising money for folk who can't afford to go to heaven, as if Christ forgot what it cost him to get there. I'ma make no mistake, sultry, sexy, top shelf, expensive liquid pour of a river Styx in a dirty wine glass. A firefly full off a fifth of lighter fluid, getting drunk in a lighthouse with the lights out. Say I ain't a missing teeth midnight hummingbird gospel prayer song in a lisp that the Lord can't understand. A sunset sitting silently next to several saints in the nosebleed section, searching for God. I am telling marginal from margin to margin. Make no mistake, I am a monster made out of saliva, snake venom spit, mouth of a madman with a madman's mouth-to-mouth madness of a mind-matching Gandhi's grit. I can ride for a rival and a rival, no. My graceful exercise smile sleeps comfortably underneath the bottom of God's untied shoes. No, I doubt Daddy didn't know we missed our Purgate curfew because Christ confiscated all of our fake IDs. No, point me to the closest Walmart. I heard Let's Make America Great Again is coming with rollback prices. No, point me to the slave trade, slave whips, slave chains that made that middle passage, that made America great from the jump, Mr. Trump. I can rival a rival on a rival with Jesus or Bible as my only two American idols. I keep in my rifle the last time my self-worth left Earth. And Sunday brunch came back with skeleton bones as a snack. And last night, I caught a glimmering glimpse of a suicidal firefly flicking off its own light switch and cried. Thank you.
I try to tell y'all, man. Like, I try to tell y'all, this dude does this shit, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for CP, man.
Wow.
CP, my brother, you were made for this.
Damn.
You know, like I feel like your ancestors like arrive on time when it comes to your expression, because the way you express yourself takes flight in such a way that eagles would be proud. You know, and you know me and you, we've traded we've traded words about that, you know, and I feel like your ancestors love you from the depth of their heart.
Oh man, thank you. Yeah, real talk, thank you. I think sometimes, y'all, I sit back and I get thankful, knowing that I'm a dire poet. It makes me smile in a special place, you know? And to know that all the people that sacrificed their life for me to be here, to have somebody like Zumkanto say, hey, the ancestors did right, you know, to put you in this place, like all the struggling, all the segregated schools my father had to go through, like all of that shit. to be able to be around my peers and have respect from them means a lot. I'm not gonna cry. It means a lot. It means a lot.
Yeah, there's a big embrace for you here always. You know that this place, one of the main reasons it came to be was as a place to overcome. And that you people, and nobody can come here any single week and not be witness to the, huge volume of that is accomplished here just every week by so many people who are here. I just wanted to make one observation. I'm really curious about your thinking. This is for some other time and a longer conversation. I'm really curious about when you really go into all this Christian iconography and subject matter. But the observation I really wanted to make is, every poem has a kind of organizing principle to it. And yours, aside from having an organizing principle based in the theme and the words and the imagery and the structures you create, one constant thing that I found in your work that is so consistent, more than most people I know, is that every time you do a poem, that poem is an experience for the listener.
It's an experience for me sharing it. Like, like how do you know that I'm in a room full of my peers and know that you can't water down the emotion that it took to create the piece and trying to deliver the piece, like that perfect marriage is what we all try to balance, right? Uh, yeah, oh shit, I don't know. That's a conversation, Skip. That's a conversation. Yeah.
So here's
Yeah,
the
it
thing.
goes to vulnerability,
Yeah.
that level of emotion, and and that goes back to overcoming and being it's so much stuff is plays into it. Your ability, a person's fearlessness to do self-disclosure and come here and basically just be naked, emotionally. I used to vulgarly refer to this as like anytime anybody gets in front of a mic anywhere to do a poem, it's kind of like they're dropping their trousers, right? You're just going to do it and you can't be self conscious about it.
I think I'll wrap this up like in 20 seconds. I think like a lot of people like in the slam world and all of that, like I always say, I mean the accolades and all that I really had no control over, but every time I personally hit a microphone, open mic, slam, feature, whatever, like Nuyo, I'm picking a fight with myself. It just so happened that I'm doing it in public and you're getting to witness it. It's the same fight that we pick in our own head when we're trying to go to bed at night, like on a lunch break or whatever. I'm picking this fight with myself. It's just that you're getting to witness it. So
Yeah.
I think that's freeing once I realized that it's freeing. It's freeing. Yeah, you're dropping trousers. It's hey, come watch this fight I'm about to pick with myself.
That's very true. That's very true. I think a lot of our poetry is speaking to ourselves. I never really thought of it like that. We really are. You're trying to convince yourself of, something, and
That's very
it's applicable to the rest of us. So
Yeah, it's that kind of internal conversation you're externalizing. But just one last thought about the level of emotion. That's how what I was talking about, creating an experience for the listener. When you give off that level of emotion, that's how you transport people. And you could be in the physical New Eurekan Poets Cafe, but you would really be going somewhere else, with that level of emotion. It's that kind of phenomenon that is really transportive and transformational of the moment we're all here together in.
Awesome case. Yeah.
Absolutely. And listen, for y'all who have never had the pleasure of seeing this cat get down in person, it's even worse, right? There's a story from Southern Fried, where a chair was involved. So you all start mentioning dropping trousers and stuff. Like, you are so very close to the truth, like, for real. But really, he gets on stage and he embodies it, then he bodies it. Like, he really, really does this for real. Like, really, people like poop bricks when he comes through. Like, ah, man, I almost had it. I had it, but then here comes this cat. He is really that passionate about what he does. Suicide lines are a very, very serious thing. It's a very difficult way to write, but for some of us, we know, right? Difficult takes a day. Impossible takes about a week. But he's really, really dedicated to it. I know some of y'all might have seen me performing the poem with him because we adapted it into a group piece, so I've had to learn this poem, and I'm intimately familiar with it. It's incredible, especially when you feel the vibrations coming out from this poem. It's really ridiculous, man. For real, that's my slam master. He just does the work. All right, listen, we have reached halftime, folks. It has been an amazing night so far. Thank all of you for coming through with all of this incredible energy. Listen, I see Queen Hodge came in the building. Quincy's here. Listen, it's gonna be an amazing second half, all right? But we are gonna go to halftime. It's when you get a chance to stretch your legs, refresh your drink, do the things that you need to do. We will be back in about 5 minutes, folks. So take the time to do what you need to do, and we'll see you in a few. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the online open mic with the greatest community in the world. Week after week, you keep this flame of artistry burning with a light that transcends time, distance, and borders. Now, welcome to the Halftime Report. I am your correspondent. My name is Elemen2al, bringing you the latest news and upcoming events, proudly presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and as always, keep creating. The New Eurekan Bowery Slam, happening every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club in New York City, hosted by Luna Rosa and Jay Rose. The slam season has ended this year, so all the December Monday Bowery winners will compete in January's Final Friday Slam. Winner receives a $20 cash prize and a chance to compete in the Grand Slam. This year's slam season culminates on December 26th at the Grand Slam at the Apollo Stages at the Victoria, hosted by Matthew Marroquin and Paul Conqueso. Winner receives a $1,000 prize plus a chance to get on the 2026 Slam team. Make sure you go to neweurekan.org/Grand Slam. For more details on the slam season, including rules, winners, and current year scoreboard, go to neweurekan.org/Slam. Our open mics at the Lower East Side Center are back and better than ever. The venue records high quality audio and video of all performances, and they are live streamed to the Lower East Siders and New Eurekan YouTube channel. The first Wednesday of the month, we have Women's Orator Wednesday, aka WOW, hosted by somebody's mama. Make sure you come through. It's gonna be amazing. The remaining Wednesdays of the month, we have the New Eurekan Open Mic, hosted by Brian Acosta Aria, aka Brian the Motel Guy. Make sure you plug in. It is going to be something special. Our online programs, which are absolutely free, include the online open mic, hosted by yours truly, weekly on Thursdays via Zoom and live stream on YouTube. All styles are welcome. Every artist has 4 minutes to rock with new themes every week. The Slam Workshop, happening on the second Tuesday of every month via Zoom, hosted by the National Youth Poet Laureate Stephanie Pacheco. When you sharpen your craft, you sharpen your performance. Make sure you plug in. There are many other in-person and online events coming up. For info and tickets of all the programming, you can go to neweurekan.org/calendar. Our social media and website and other links, including how to sign up for the mailing list, you go to our Linktree/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Visit our YouTube channel to catch past live streams of online and Lower East Side Center open mics, beatniks, and special events at Battery Park City. Poetry House, and NJ Pack. The New Eurekan Poets Cafe is a non-profit 501c3 organization based in New York City on the Lower East Side. Ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operations expenses. So here are ways that you can help support us in our mission to continue with moving poetry forward. Our merchandise, shirts, hats, and tote bags available for purchase at our New Yo table and in-person events, or go to neweurekan.org/merch. Spring summer collection coming soon. Also, check out and subscribe to our Patreon site. Gain access to video recordings of in-person events not available online for the public. Go to patreon.com/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Special thanks to our tech team, our programs and operations team, all of our hosts, our executive director, and all our sponsors for helping us to continue to move our artwork forward. We appreciate you for all your continued support, helping us to keep the spirit of artistry and inspiration of poetry alive and moving forward through the spirit of our founder. Brought to you by Elemen2al Vision Works, inspiring change through passionate poetry and creative production.
Your energy and passion truly make this community something special. Thank you for all your artistry and your genius. Truly can't thank you enough.
We appreciate you. Now, back to the show. Peace. Welcome back, folks. We are in the building. Truly appreciate y'all for hanging out this evening. Listen, we are going to get the second half jumped off. And listen, there are an amazing group of artists that are going to come and discombobulate your brain in the best of ways, because it's nothing but a bunch of geniuses in here, for real. So, I am posting the first part of the list in the chat. Let's get it. Coming up first, this artist, she is just one of my favorite, because whether she is ranting, what some people would call ranting, I wouldn't call it ranting, it's still poetic, or she's just giving you a piece of her mind. It's amazing. And she shares the kind of knowledge with me that I'm just like, yo, I don't know if people will like that, because you're only making me worse. Really, the more information I have, you're only making me worse. The latest piece of knowledge that she has shared with me: how fascism works. Listen, she's just an incredible artist, an incredible person, and she's got the guns to prove it, y'all. The one and only Bonnie Soloway in the building. Come on, Bonnie, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Thank you so much, Elemen2al. I always love my introductions. It raises my confidence. I always say the same thing every single time that, I'm on Instagram, but I don't post anything. But last week I did post for the very first time a poem that I have, recited here about RFK Jr., one of my favorites. But the algorithm did not like it on Instagram, and within 24 hours it was gone. So it really pissed me off. But I know I'm using my poetry time. But I put another one up there with no one's name in it or anything, and that seems to be how it works, so I have no idea. But anyway, I have two tonight. This was sort of on theme, although it's an older poem that I wrote a long time ago dealing with divorce and stuff, so see how this works. Whoops, let me get it up here real quick. This is called Monkey Brain. Have you come through divorce with thoughts scattered wide, fast losing your grip, you buckle up for the ride? That monkey brain chatter infiltrates thoughts and deeds, like trying to play solitaire, missing cards that you need. The deck's feeling light, you deal out just the same, a self-fulfilled prophecy of an unwinnable game. No one's moving forward playing the same tattered deck. Repeat after me, your king of hearts won't be back. On his way out, he grabbed some good friends, the rest of the kings and all of the tens. Those queens, once your besties, now talk trash at your back, starting rumors you're home, swiping right for some jacks. Where the hell are the aces? Even those have escaped, leaving a haphazard mishmash to decide your hand's fate. Don't take it personal. Friends tend to take sides. You've no time for petty crap. Hold your head up with pride. Stop all this reshuffling your brain self demands. Toss that tattered old deck. You've been dealt a new hand. It's an alternate journey of cool games never played. Poker, chess, or mahjong. No, you can't play Old Maid. It's finally time to extricate that monkey in your brain. You're simply too damn busy traveling new terrain. Call his ass an Uber, send him on his way. If your brain feels him returning, just deal him in at poker and make damn sure he pays. This next one is really short, but it's called Make America Gatsby Again. The richest country in the world, a moniker misnomer, unless you don't see unbridled greed as a capitalistic blunder. America gives true freedom to only the fortunate few, who left to their devices do nothing but accrue obscene wealth and material goods, a daily wheel of fortune spins, stealing on the backs of workers in their addiction to toys and bling. Multiple mansions round the globe, fleets of cars and jets, super yachts to cruise the seas with their party-hardy guests. The Gatsby world's upon us with its gloriously shallow needs, filling bucket after bucket, oblivious that each one's made with leaks. They feed themselves wild abandon from ever-expanding spoons, gaming every system in their Gatsby race of shrewd, searching in vain for satiation, while Americans seek affordable food. Thank you.
I told y'all, this is what she does. Like, for real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bonnie. Soloway.
Tell it, Bonnie.
Thanks for being here again. Can I ask you, you talked about that video you put up and that was taken down by the algorithm. What do you think were what were the names you left out the second time?
Well, I didn't put any names in the second time. The first time, I think the algorithm probably with reels anyway. If it's a post, they'll tell you what they're doing. If it's a reel, they just take it down. You really don't know until you go to find it. So I think it was just keywords that it didn't like. I really don't know because people post everything these days. Mine was no worse than that. So I honestly don't know. I tried to Google it, but I'm not sure what it was exactly that they didn't like. But anyway.
So the beauty of that, because I have been censored, my video has been taken down before. The beauty of that, if you want to see it as that, is you're knocking on the right doors, right? You're getting close to the people that don't like to hear their shit on the clothesline. They don't want to see it, they don't want to smell it, and they damn sure don't want to hear it. When you get to that point, I need you to keep beating that drum. Keep hammering those nails in that whatever it is, because they are now worried that people are listening, hearing, and actually translating it for the people. That makes you dangerous. For real. That makes you dangerous. Just protect yourself. Because if they're coming for your posts, yeah, they're probably, looking at the rest, right? I love how you flipped the cards. That was really, really clever. Your King of Hearts won't be back. You've no time for petty crap, right? You can't play Old Maid. I love it. Make America Gatsby again. That's pretty slick. I like that. Unbridled greed as a capitalist blunder. Come on. Like, props for using the word blunder. For real. A daily wheel of fortune spin. Right? And these buckets, each one made with leeks. But they still sell it at a premium price, of course. MSRP, if you will. Right? Thank you so much, Bonnie, for doing what you do. Trust me, if she's sharing this with me, I can only imagine what her library looks like. Thank you, Bonnie, for doing what you do. For real. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, I mentioned this gentleman earlier because he published a book with a lot of our community members in it. This gentleman is relentless. I have to tell y'all, he works harder than any other poet that I know. Author of Defending the Rainbow, this way, as well as his newest book, Exhalate and Jubilate. And if I saw this correctly, there are at least 2 more coming in the new year. This gentleman, he just rocks, man. I like to call him the Vincent Price of poetry. The one and only Ike Waltz in the building. Come on, Ike, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always, sir. Please, take it away.
Is there a cuckoo gamble inside that Shakespearean clock? There are poets who so eloquently write about love, nature, their mother, tragic death and despair, politics, flowers, even a good fuck. I envy them. After a sleepless night, I concluded that at 86 I'm already 86. But nevertheless, I still have a story to tell. And then, who the hell wants to listen to a love poem on that read by an crabbed age old man? So instead, I will entertain you with a poem dedicated to a lovesick cuckoo. Tick-tock, 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 cuckoo. The passionate pilgrim and the last mating call of a lovesick German cuckoo, caged inside a slick Black Forest clock. Or you may notice that I am pissing with none other than Shakespeare. Oh, my love, cuckoo, crabbed age and youth cannot live together. Cuckoo? Well, crabbed age and youth made love forever, cuckoo. Youth is full of pleasance, age is full of care. Youth is like summer morn, age like winter weather. Youth like summer brave, age like winter bear. Cuckoo. Youth is full of sport, age's breath is short. Youth is nimble, age is lame. Youth is hot and bold, age is weak and cold. Youth is wild, age is tame. Cuckoo. Age, I do abhor thee. Youth, I do adore thee. Cuckoo. Oh, my love. My love is young, age, I do defy thee. O sweet shepherd, hie thee. For me, think thou stayest too long. Cuckoo. For you think thou age stayest in bed with the common flu? Cuckoo. A doubtful good, and all the same crabbed age and youth. And this is true. Cuckoo. Ye horny old sot in bed was naked eye, not with the common cold, COVID, or even the rotten flu. Cuckoo. But lovely Jane was the youthful maiden's sexy name. Cuckoo. Oh, my love, I am so cuckoo, and my clock does continue to say that tick, that tock, and that cuckoo has a tired cock. And that happens all the time, every bloody day. My sleepless night remains to be all but mine. Cuckoo. And you, my cuckoo lullaby. One day you too will remember my timeless last line. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Thank you.
Sir, I don't believe it. And I'm going to tell you I don't believe it. And I'm going to make sure you know I don't believe it. For real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike Waltz.
Wonderful, Ike.
I refuse to believe it, sir. I refuse. I refuse. Honestly, I shout out Queen Sheila, but I refuse to believe it. That man said, I'm convinced at 86 that I'm 86. I don't believe it. Hell no. Hell no. I know people at 36, at 46 that don't have these types of manuscripts. They just don't. I don't know if the motivation is not there. I don't know if the dedication is not there. But at 86, and to continue to come and rock with us every week, sir, nah. However, whatever the hell you're taking, whatever the hell you're eating, I need it. All right? I need it for real. You're amazing, sir. I still don't believe that 86, but you're amazing. A lovesick cuckoo. And he said, I am pissing with no one other than Shakespeare. Right? Make love forever, cuckoo. My sleepless nights remain to be mine. You just, your style is all your own. The way you use language and the word choice is just amazing, sir. Really, I continue to learn from you and how to maintain such a presence. Thank you, sir. Like, you continue to share this work with the world and with me. I am truly, truly grateful for you, sir. Thank you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, all the way across the pond where it's wicked late. But it is a joy when this gentleman comes through. He's the most eloquent writer in the world. This man and Love got a thing going on like Billy Paul and Mrs. Jones. I'm trying to tell you, you're about to witness the one and only Lantern Carrier in the building. Come on, brother. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you, my brother. Everything's in the chat. I once stayed in myriad rooms, all which burned with the sadness of my insecurities. I roamed for eons, gambling in a wonderland of ravenous desires, gluttony, and attachments. I walked on carpets that became stained with tears, all because the bed sheets wept copiously, and my eyes became sodden with remorse and despair. I battled turbulent waves drifting on the oceans of consciousness. Tierra Madre threw so many loaded dice that all my wins were fleeting. I never knew the light that streamed through windows, nor smelled the wafts of petunias dancing in the breeze of spring. These were just stories told by romantic neighbors, those who claimed to have found love. Instead, my bedrooms echoed the memories of lives lived in pain, my sitting rooms the deja vu of silent dinners, my kitchens lamenting tales like cuckoos of pungent aromas that smelt like the lime of toxic relationships. I even played Russian roulette, stabbing at my own mirrors and shadows. Today, I am as sharp as Chinese calligraphy, and my sight so keen, I can see the candle of the supreme potter in the dark, who was shaping and molding me all along with meticulous care. So on the wings of experience, I say to you, do not chase disappearing shadows, for you'll learn to recognize them when your inner sun matures. They will transform into the glow of radiant lights, infinitely more beautiful, designed to make you kings and queens, free from the loneliness and fear that I once encountered in the dark. Instead of cards and dice rolls, the wanton craziness of entanglements, you will hear the lark sings and the melody of nightingales, even as the lustrous dawn awakes and daybreak smiles upon your Venetian blinds, waltzing with the intimate melody of the breeze. For adversity is a blessing, and in the carousel of experiences, shadows are for development and as significant as the light which eventually illumines. I know that love will gently hold both your heart and your embrace. For even as the night feeds the sparkling moon to adorn its nakedness, I say, incluso como la noche necesita de la luna brillante para adornarse desnudez. So too, we can only dance within cuando la estrella del amor when the star of love enters our sweet sanctum, flooding the soul with joy and delight. No more chess pieces, no pawns and queens to entice us. Alegremonos. Let us rejoice. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
Like you really are like the spirit of love, sir. And really, it's magnificent. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lantern Carrier.
That was so beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
It was a cluster. I tried to get the women to turn
I
up.
don't. I just don't know how you're just able to just do that with every theme, sir. Like I can't tell you how much I appreciate you for always digging into these themes, but then always finding a way to let love in. Like again, I don't know how, right? Some people search for love their whole lives, but you find a way to let love in everything you do. I think that is a very true skill, sir. It really is. And it's not just the fact that you just say love, right? You you mention, you adore love, right? Um, you said the line of toxic relationship, um, stories told by romantic neighbors. You said I am sharp as Chinese calligraphy. Come on, man. Props for using the word calligraphy. Um, on the wings of experience. Do not chase escaping shadows. Even as the illustrious dawn awakens. Come on, man. Adversity is a blessing? Y'all heard that. I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, that's just another shirt, man. Adversity is a blessing. It's just a magnificent line. Um, when the star of love enters your sweet sanctum, sir, sir, like it's a master class on love every time I hear you. Really, I learn from you every single week. Um, and I'm trying, sir. Honestly, I'm trying to like shoehorn all my revolutionary and possibly squeeze out a love poem. I tried to, but man, you're just a master at work, sir. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for staying up with us to rock with us. We truly appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Shout out Idianga in the building. Great to see you. All right, coming up next, yo, I look forward to this cat because he is on point for real. This gentleman comes through. He's got the lyrics, he's got the delivery, and he is like got this internal metronome that yo, you better be on it because he is on it from the moment he rips, and he's got the lyrics. Like, come on, man. Throwing it only Brian and Cecil in the building. Great to see you, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Come on, man. Take it away.
Thanks, Lantern. I mean, sorry, thanks, thanks, Eternal. Sorry, my mind's all over the place right now. Can you see me? Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm just gonna get right here, right over here. All right. Whatever happened to every part of you matters. Even the old you remembers every heartbreak you gathered, every rejection, every time left on red and ghosted. You survived it all, still a good man, you always boasted. Always there for your folks when they need you, at the expense of your own interest, not me, it's familia. And they everything, aren't they? Half your identity, a piece of your entirety, the part of me that makes me, me. Who you used to be, only I can keep him company. Every day, on repeat, for an eternity. As of lately, you've been straying from the beaten path in uncharted territory, thinking you'd never come back. And then you forget me, like I never existed. And all those lessons you learned, all gone in the wind? All the bonding, the foundation, they don't matter now? The memories and good times, do they no longer count? It's been me looking out for you the whole time, bruh. Don't fully believe, don't fully trust, don't fully love, lest you hoping to be down in the dumps for months. Is it worth opening up? Let others see who you afraid to be, a phony? Once your quality starts dipping in your stories? Once your flaws are laid bare for everyone to see? Once your history comes under more scrutiny? Is that really what you want? You love your seclusion. Throw it all away from acceptance for the institution. Deep down inside, you know that ain't the solution. This new shit you trying only adding to the confusion. Be honest with yourself. Amelia, feel better. In here, you're always right, never a failure. You were happiest when you didn't know or didn't care. Parents still feel young despite the white in their hair. And little sister still doesn't know better. As the eldest, you gotta have all the answers, all the solutions and knowledge that you can grant her. As you getting older, you'll soon be the only one there. As the only son, you need to carry the family name. Haven't yet met a woman who has felt the same. So how are you gonna keep the surname in the game? Can't procreate unless you meet a rando and test fate. Is dad low key ashamed? Mom worried if I'll be okay wandering this crazy world when they reach the pearly gates? When it comes to life, ain't nothing more universal and personal. Why do you come off so fearful, shedding a tearful, wishful that you were blissful? Nothing abysmal, nothing else but cheerful. Mind in the future, reminiscing about the present. But am I actually here or am I just being distant? Look in the mirror with tired eyes. I sympathize, realize that I might be right. All that time spent and no one recognized. Why keep fighting? Just blow out the light. So put the mic down and pipe down. Otherwise, you're gonna get more let down. Not talking about your friends. I'm talking about your own descent. You know, artist, you just a regular man. And with that being said, I said what I said. Sincerely, your oldest friend.
Wow, man. Hell yeah. That's how you rip the mic and leave it smoking. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Brian and Cecil.
Brian.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. It's a little more of a moodier one this time around, but yeah, I decided to take a different direction. So yeah.
Well, now you got to say all those things to your friend for real.
For real. Unless you are the friend and you just heard yourself say it for the first time. You know what I mean? Like, I get it because some of the stuff seemed mad personal, right? You said, how do you keep the surname in the game, right? As the oldest, you gotta have all the answers. Like, again, I don't know if you were talking to somebody else or yourself, right? But those are also like rhetorical, right? You gotta ask yourself those questions. You gotta be accountable to yourself. You know, what happened to every part of you mattered, right? Familia, man. Like, if you're not focused on that, man, you're lost anyway, right? Put the mic down and pipe down. Gosh, that's a gut punch right there, man. Like, how you gonna tell me? Listen, man, like you really got work for real, man. I can't thank you enough for staying dedicated to the way that you rip. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't have it. You got it. Stay on it, right? And of course, you have to have that balance, right? Not everything is gonna be bright and sunshine. You know what I mean? It's not. There are gonna be some days where the storm clouds roll in, that it rains all day. You got to embrace both. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, for real. All right, let's keep it going. Let's see. We got like 6 more on the guaranteed list, and we have 4 on the good luck round. Coming up next, I know she was there. Yeah. Luna,
Hi.
welcome. Is this your first time rocking with us?
Yes.
Welcome to the greatest community in the world. Please, without giving us your exact address, where in the world are you plugging in from this evening?
The Lower East Side.
Low East Sider in the building, for sure. Listen, we've been doing this and doing this and doing this well. Where you been? For real. However, we are thankful that you made it here. We are grateful that you are here. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. You have seen how this has been going this evening. Let the world know where they can find you and how they can connect with you. We'll yell at you afterwards. Great to see you. Welcome. Please take it away.
Thank you. This is a poem I wrote for my creative writing class. It's called Recant. Where is God, you beg, you plead, for surely he cannot have died. I'm sorry, dear, the old man said. They say that it was suicide. You cannot sleep, you cannot dream, your dreaming days are done. This land is barren, left to rot, each glacier melting in the sun. The stars are dead, or never were, replaced by blinking satellites. The Ouroboros sheds its skin to whet its vicious appetite. You had a friend, I knew him once, who told you that the world was good. They shot him in the head for that. His skull burst open where he stood. Speak to me your oldest name, in ancient tongues of time gone by. Sing me the secrets of the earth and whisper stories of the sky. You hear it now, I know you do, that long forgotten chant of pain and strife and misery. Dear love, you must recant. Thank you.
I'll let y'all yell at her before I do. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Luna.
That was so beautiful.
That was lovely. I'm glad I caught that. Speak to me your oldest name, because we are always familiar with our current ones that we were given. But I believe that we've been reincarnated throughout time, and there's always the oldest name that belongs to you. That line spoke to me. That was beautiful.
And I thought your delivery was absolutely perfect. Just the way it flowed with the piece itself really added to it. It was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
I
much.
found it was really a wonderfully lyrical poem. It was very kind of timeless too, you know? I mean, that could have been something written 1,000 years ago. It just kind of had that feel to it. And points for the Ouroboros reference. I don't hear that in too many poems.
For sure. Shout out for the Ouroboros live, for real. Like, listen, clearly you got classmates in the building that are supporting you, which is super cool. Listen, that's how you do. As Lantern said, you are definitely one of us. But we're going to pop the cherry, baby. Pop the cherry, baby. Um, like I said, definitely one of us. Um, and let me remind you that you've officially fucked up. Because with that kind of work, with that kind of voice, now you need to be here every Thursday. Like for real. Because we need more of that. As your colleague was telling you, your delivery was spot on. I don't know if you practiced this before you read it to us, but it was spot on. There was no lack of confidence in your delivery. Everything was at a level that you were in a belief of it. It wasn't like, maybe this works or maybe this won't work. It was a level of confidence all the way through what you read. Um, as Winter's saying, right? Beautiful, technical, just amazing. Surely he can't die. Your dreaming days are done. The stars are dead or never were. and as Okonto said, speak to me your oldest name. To me, that sounds biblical. Really. Like, that's beyond historic. An amazing line. And then the Ouroboros, like, come on now. Come on now. Like, um, you know, I'm an FMA fan. So anytime you got that in there, it's amazing. Thank you for doing what you do, Luna. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. Please make sure you put your information into the chat so the community can reach out to you and remind you, hey, Wednesday is for sign up. Thank you for being here. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next. Yo, I thought she had jumped, but she's in the building. This artist comes through and she has such a voice. She speaks for so many others who may not have a voice or who haven't found their voices yet. But she speaks it loudly for them just in case. The one and only Sam Hardy in the building. Come on, Sam. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Great to see you too and everyone. Let's see. So I just wrote this poem today, so it's still a little rough. It's called Silent Battle. My body remembers every invasion, every battle, every hand that was placed over my mouth. There is a version of me still trapped in a room with no windows, listening for footsteps, counting heartbeats, trying not to move too loudly. Then there are the people who call me strong, but they don't see the battleground inside me, the room still stained by someone else. They celebrate my survival while ignoring the ruins I crawl out of every morning. So please, don't tell me I'm healing. Don't tell me to forgive. Don't tell me time will soften what was carved into my body like a warning. It's always the same. Words escape me. Silence rapes me. The oldest violence, the one no one saw, the one everyone pretended I could get over. Still, I live with the echo of every night I didn't choose. But come light of day, I pull out my voice and use it to thwart the silence still trying to force itself into me. And finally, I'm done pretending this was ever anything but war. And the next one is called Loud, and I wrote it last week, so I may have already read it, I'm not sure. I will never be soft and pretty. I was not born from hush. I came out screaming loudly, like I knew a future secret. I cannot be your sweet girl. I'm not mean, though, but tenacious and outspoken. I might have been soft-spoken once, but she doesn't live here anymore. I'm not here to be manageable. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be me, the version that crawled out of fire and learned how to stand. Silence tried to mute me. Violence tried to tame me. But I rose sharp, unapologetic, unbreakable in every place they told me not to grow. I am made of thunder, and every time I speak, I split the sky. If you want it fragile, you should have looked elsewhere. Thank you.
If you want it fragile, you should look elsewhere. Like, come on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Sam Hardy.
Wow. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, I continue to admire how you talk to people through your poems. That's all about standing up, and you are just somebody who does that so consistently and so fearlessly.
Yeah, I
True.
do, but there also like there's like this strength but vulnerability, it's this that juxtaposition of like I've got this and I can speak to all this, but then like, you still feel the pain. And I just think, Sam, I just think you're a brilliant poet. And that second one, I mean, there's not a lot I would change. There's not a lot I would edit there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like what they said in Boondock Saints, right? Uh, at the end of the film, the first film, they said they should be in every major city. I believe that about you, Sam. You should be in every major city. You should be at every women's conference, every empowerment conference. Every time someone says, "Hey, I've survived this," cue Sam Hardy, right? Because that type of work, that kind of strength, that kind of fearlessness is priceless, right? You said every hand that covered my mouth. They celebrate my survival, right? Silence rapes me. What? I'm done pretending this was anything other than war. As soon as you mention that word, all bets are off. Really. In that second poem, that's just growth, right? Where there is no light, that's just growth. Says she doesn't live here anymore. I'm not here to be light. I'm here to be me. That is such a powerful line. Thank you, Sam. for doing what you do, for hanging out with us and continuing to share it with us. That's just empowerment in motion. Thank you. All right. Coming up next, Auntie April in the building. She just works. What I love about this artist is she gives her all to her art. We have seen her shed tears. We have seen her
Why is it
just
glitching?
give her whole being into her artwork. Call it healing, call it fighting back, call it brilliant. But we're about to get another dose of it. The one and only April Gonzalez in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you. Please take it away.
Hello, everyone. I'm Auntie April on Instagram. This one's called Best Bet. After losing the family lottery, I swore I wasn't made to win. If I ever made it to high school, what clique would I fit in? I could have grown into anything but bougie chic. With my high IQ, love of comics and Star Wars, certified geek. Athletic too, captain of every jailhouse team, hard to defeat. But the only thing I got a diploma in was surviving in these streets. And I might have flunked even that if I hadn't been taken into custody. Went from my own bad girls club to the book club in the penitentiary. Reading became my escape. From the mundane, I drift away to worlds far, far beyond where words help me finally say everything I carried, growing expression, shaping thought, letting go of all the anger that drinking and drugs once caught. Cutting out toxic habits, no more laying down for love in vain, because being devalued so long leaves you hollowed out in chains. A whole no substance, no partner, no riches can ever fill. Even if others abused you, that's on them. But to self-abuse, chill. I don't gamble now, already wagered my most precious jewel. The rarest piece in my collection, though to others she may seem minuscule. I'm blessed I don't lose her forever. Fought hard to earn her back. A victory many can't claim, and that's a heartbreaking fact. The stakes are highest when our life's currency today. When nobody's got your back, best bet on yourself. With a clear mind and self-confidence, you won't need anyone else's help. This one's called Let My People Go. We gathered in the day room rooting for him to get away, yelling at the TV, go OJ, go. His white Bronco drove casually across LA freeways as we continued to shout, go OJ, go. Watched the trial of the people versus Simpsons, but it felt like versus all of us. Go OJ, go. The glove don't fit, so you must have quit because Cochran told you so. Go OJ, go. Praying for exoneration, court clerk Deidre Robinson, what say you? Not guilty. Go OJ, go. This was the mentality of an ignorant minority juvenile delinquent J.O. Go OJ, go. Can't blame my behavior, product of my environment, for society made it so. Go OJ, go. Police brutality, abuse of power, racial profiling, self-esteem was low. Go OJ, go. Rodney King, can we all just get along? He was the voice for the poor. Go OJ, go. Fast forward 20 years later, now capable of reasoning true tragedy. No OJ, no. Battered domestic violence victim murdered while her kids sleep. No OJ, no. A shooting star falls from grace, once a hero, now a disgrace. No, OJ, no. Time flies now wise, yet Eric Garner's I Can't Breathe still cries. Will things change? No, I don't think so. Not until you let my people go. Samir Rice, let my people go. Sandra Bland, let my people go. George Floyd, let my people go. I always laugh when I say that part.
That's just the ancestors in the universe saying, yeah, yeah, we with you and we hear you on that one. Unmute yourself. Give it up for April Gonzalez.
That was really incredible and so
Mm,
emotional and powerful. Thank you for
mm,
sharing.
mm.
Thank you.
When no one bets on you, bet on yourself. Oh, yes. There is no greater truth, you know? We live in a world that, like, will not step up to give you any kind of help, you know? But they'll only do it through pretense. So when you bet on yourself, oh, that lottery ticket, oh, damn. Thank you.
Yeah, that's reminds me of graffiti I saw a while ago. God save myself. I really like the first poem. This theme of the necessity of, well, the need to escape yourself in order to find and rescue yourself. That's like one of life's biggest lessons, and nobody learns that in any easy way either. It always gets served up with a lot of harshness. And I thought you handled the second piece really well by, the OJ refrain as the symbol for, the overall theme about the kind of blanket of oppression that, we're not going to see end in our lifetimes. So again, I'm just really glad you're here every week and doing what you do.
Thank you.
I have to second that one, right? Being here and speaking your truth, it's like for real. When I first started in this world, it was really therapy for me, and this is one of those things, right? Because we are ultimately honest in our artwork, and for you to continue to come through and say the things that you say, and to express it in the way that you do. Like I said, she gives her all, right, and it's felt every time that you do. Um, really, like you said, losing the family lottery. Just that. Listen, I would love for you to unpack that for me because that was just money. Um, the only thing I got a diploma in is surviving these streets. Yo, that's that's a hustler spirit. Period. Um, when nobody's got your back, best bet on yourself. Um, she mentioned we gathered in the day room, the Go OJ Go. She also mentioned penitentiary, right? And it's kind of funny how it all goes together, right? About earning your diploma in the streets, you end up in the day room in a place, and then you come with the whole Moses, let my people go. It's just work. Again, that's to me that's biblical, right? You were supposed to go through these things so you could survive them, so you could be here and tell the world what survival looks like. Appreciate you, Auntie April, for doing what you do. Continue to do it. Continue to bring that truth. Really. All right. So we have three more on the guaranteed list and four on the good luck round. So coming up next, Jersey in the building. Listen, this artist comes through, man. Like it's been a while. Where the hell you been? But I know that you've been putting in work, right? Every time I see this artist, she's putting in work. She has empowerment in her poetry. She got fearlessness in her blood, and then her poetry is on point. Trust and believe you're about to find out. The one and only K, the poet in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Been too long, damn it. Great to
Yes,
see
it's
you.
been
Please take
so
it away.
long. I think the last time I spoke, I said I was performing at the African American Day Parade. Since then, I performed at Lady Gaga's organization. So I've been doing a lot of things and just getting ready to go into my master's. That's what I'm applying for. So I'm doing great things, but I'm always gonna come back. Um, this poem I wrote about 2 weeks ago. This is still a first draft, but I felt like it just needed to be said because of it's the December blues for anybody. So this poem is called Affirm Me. Will you affirm me? Because you just stare at me. Will you glaze this body with affirmations and allow me to feast? Let negativity be a landslide against these hips and sizzle in a pot of hell. Tell me that I'm beautiful, worthy, gracious, strong. Affirm me. I am worthy, right? Remind me that I am loved. In a world that holds the death sentence to my name, they say I'm unlovable, incapable, never meant for love. Affirm me. I am love, right? Water me. Feed these roots. Keep this tree breathing so I can hold air for you. Let each leaf drift down, dissolve into your soil, and circle back into my body. You will pour back into me, right? Lunge this body upward. Carry me on the spine of your affirmations. Please, I've been rooted to this unforgiving ground. Tell me you'll lift me. You will save me, right? Help me. I'm deteriorating. Why aren't you helping me? Self-esteem scalped me. Insecurities running the whole operations. I'm calling for saving. Why won't you hear me? Affirm me. Straighten me up. Build me back. Why? Why haven't you moved for me? You care about me, right? And the mirror just stays still, quietly mocking me, until a little girl rises in the glass, a small bronze glowing girl, with twisties and ballies dancing up and down her curls, sat on the floor, legs folded like a prayer, and I screamed at her, but only her voice met mine, and she said, I affirm you. No, these scars are just shadings of this bodily painting. Your kindness unshackles you from this sinister world. And your tears, oh, your tears, darling, they let you know that you're still alive. And this poem, my love, this poem was a mirror of affirmation. And that journal reminded you that you loved the body God gave you after all, right? Poem.
You better tell him, God. You better tell him. Unmute yourself. Give it up for K, the poet.
That was awesome. Well done.
So eloquent. It was really, really eloquent poem. And you know that's going to go on your whole life. So get prepared to keep looking in that mirror. Thanks again for coming back here again. It's always great to hear what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
It was the first time hearing you, and the way that you described the first part of the poem, knowing that Black women are always so demonized, and that love always comes rarely, even amongst our own. You know, that hit me hard. I was like, whoa, oh, you real, you a real one for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, I appreciated the lightweight flex in the beginning. Oh, I was just performing with Lady Gaga's company. Just moving and shaking and shit. Like, um, but I love that for you. Really, like, I feel like I've seen some of the progression that you've gone through since you've been coming here, um, and the community is proud of you, right, for making these monumental steps in your poetic career, right? Uh, our our super tech Matthew Model Keen also asked, "What are you getting your masters in?" Hold on, coming back at you. Coming back at you.
So I want to get my master's in creative writing because I want to be a professor, and then my PhD in Africana studies with a concentration in poetry. So Dr. Kayla Dudley soon. Yeah.
Let's go. Doctors in the house. Yo, that's a great path to take. Um, really, congratulations on that. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. All right? You have plenty of folks. Uh, listen, our tech, Matthew Marroquin, is in his master's program, right? Luna is saying that she's in her master's program. Like, yo, you can do it. And if you ever think that you can't, come back here and we'll remind you that you can. For real. This work is serious. For real. Hips and sizzle in a pot of hell. Remind me I am loved. I think that's another something that could go on a shirt, right? Remind me I am loved. I am love, right? Just money. Keep the tree breathing so I can blow air for you. Self-esteem scout me. Your kindness unshackles you from the sinister world. I can tell that you've been working. I can tell that you've been writing and you've been digging into your writing in a new way. Thank you for that. Thank you for taking time to come and hang out with us. Yo, it's just work. For real. For real. Like, keep going. Keep going. Congratulations. Keep going. Don't stop. And when you get that PhD, make sure you come back and you flex it hard. Hard. All right. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, this gentleman raises the IQ in every room that he's in. He has a Substack that you can learn from, even if you just listen to the podcast attached to it or the interview that's attached to it. He has been rocking with us since the beginning, and he is still putting in work at the highest level. This man has just the ultimate respect for me. I got a chance to meet him in person. He is just really, really that dude. The one and only Mr. Teza Somok in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. I can tell you he's not your damn chihuahua, but he is an incredible poet.
All right, folks.
Please take it away.
All right, folks. I dropped my socials on the chat, and I'm going to go in with this topical piece today called Two Taps for the Empire. You ever hear a phrase so clean it cuts your tongue on the way out? They call it double tap. Cold phrase, clinical phrase, glossary of empire kind of phrase. Two shots, center mass, hammer then hammer, not accident, intent. On the Frontera Azul, they remix it into a bedtime story for bureaucrats. For a prayer to stand up and get shot. Then the segundo golpe, aim for the wounded, the medics, the one foolish enough to believe in rescue. Societal decapitation, the think tanks say, cruelty with a grant proposal. Then I fall asleep and I land inside some ghost mansion belonging to Eddie Van Halen. Yeah, ese Eddie, maestro of velocity, king of the six-string stampede. He calls me in. Me, a tired Chicano with border dust in my lungs and too many ancestors whispering in my bones. He wants consejo. Ay, Eddie, cabrón, for real? The man who used his fingers like a capo, who turned guitar strings into a piano run, who invented eruption as a way of life, who now wants to know how to live? He asked me, how do I make life meaningful? So I look at him, the ghost of a gringo virtuoso, and I say, stars, man, all that speed, all that shine, all that need, the need to outrun your own echo. It was a flaw dressed in leather pants. Slow down the control pair, slow down the hammered pair. You already play piano on electric air. You don't need to, you don't owe the grave another riff. You don't owe the world another eruption. Eddie goes quiet. the thoughtful kind of quiet that turns into pendejo if you let it sit too long. Here I am, a map of the borderlands stitched from scars and memory, teaching a dead white rock star how to breathe. The irony tastes like diesel. The irony tastes like dry blood. Then the mansion starts shaking. The guitars start falling apart to dust. The whole dream begins to feel like an autopsy because I can feel it. The tension between the artistic tap and the war tap. The difference between creation and the state-sponsored destruction. Intent, that tiny word, that fractured line, eddies polish the intent until cruelty looks legal, but the international law still sees clearly war crime because the people who run to help are protected because the second law, the second blast is never a mistake. And then it hits me. The algebra, the marrow, none of this is real. Eddie is long gone and the boat people in the Gulf of Mexico double tapped into the silence of empire. We're never coming back. So remember this, a guitar solo can sound like a cascading stars, but the speed of an empire is only the sound of two bodies falling. Eruption sounds beautiful when you do not understand the physics, but the twin detonations sound like an indictment when you finally do.
I try to tell y'all, he just raises the IQ, man. Goodness. Mr. Tez, you're absolutely amazing, sir. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Mr. Tezisomo.
Oh, Tez, that was fantastic.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
the empire sounds like two bodies falling.
From the opening line, I mean, my God.
Yeah, the dream begins to feel like an autopsy.
Professor, we are all in
Yeah.
class and we are all taking notes, okay? We're all taking
Yeah.
notes.
Oh man, and like when you say the need to outrun your own echo, I was reminded of one of my best bands in the world, Dead Prez. You can't run away from yourself because that's useless. And like running away from your own echo is insane because you will echo inside yourself always. So you can't run from that echo. That was brilliant. Ooh, sheesh.
Yeah, it was wonderful that you sort of played out a lot of this on the puppet of the former rock star too. It's kind of a dingy symbol of imperialist empire himself.
Right.
Yo. Some Conto mentioned Dead Prez, right? And that just had me, right? They call it hip hop. But you have to be so ingrained in what you do, Mr. Tez. And I know that you are. And when you deliver things like this, right? And very, very rarely, I think, have you like dabbled in music other than when you're playing your guitar. I don't know if y'all ever witnessed Mr. Tez playing his guitar, but he's absolutely amazing as well. But you said turn guitar strings into a piano run, right? To me, piano and guitar are two of the most powerful instruments in the world, right? If played correctly, the instrumentalist can make you feel any and every emotion on the spectrum with these two instruments, right? Not together, just solo, right? I believe, the woodwind could do the same thing, but the fact that you put those two together is amazing. The need to outrun your own echo, right? The difference between creation, the second blast is never a mistake. Like the words that cut your tongue on the way out, two shots center mass, that just speaks to the soldier in me. That's not an accident. Two shots center mass, that is not an accident, sir. Not at all. Thank you so much for being so poignant in your work, right? and not feeling like you need to water down or tone down your message, Mr. Tez. You always bring us with the highest IQ possible, and you let us know, like, yo, there is still more in this world. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Listen, if you don't know Mr. Tez, make sure you plug in with him. His Substack is amazing. You're only getting pieces, you're only getting glimpses into his world. He is an absolute star, man. Thank you, Mr. Tez. All right, coming up next, got a chance to hang out with this artist last night in a space, and she let us know that she's been dealing with some things. And I've been telling her, like, we got you. Just breathe. We're here for you. I know it can be overwhelming. I know things get out of control in your brain sometimes. But here is when you can be the absolute person that you are. So just breathe. Let it rock. This is Mrs. Good Luck Round herself. She always comes with some amazing work, and tonight is going to be no different. The one and only Elizabeth Horan, aka Winter Rose, in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you. I think I'll read a couple from my Plath Path. And this first one is called On Hands and Knees with Dustpan and Broom. What is this thing, Wellbutrin? I don't care to hear about it. You imagine me, pity me in my death nursery room flanked with yellow wallpaper. You visualize me with rocks in my pockets, immersing myself in Wolf's River. You think I crawled around on the floor. You think I had no chance. You're right. I think you were lost before our eyes. Did anyone reach out to you? Did you have a doctor? Any friends? I don't want to tell you about any of that. It really isn't any of your business. I don't want to do this anymore. What do you want to do then? Tell me about you, obviously. Isn't that what you came here to do? Okay, I will, Sylvia. Do you like Charlotte Perkins Gilman? This is your party, Elizabeth. And this one is called, obviously following right behind, On Hands and Knees in the Twilight like a Wise Pussycat. Do you want to know what I managed to do last night? I crept so carefully, so stealthily, so doggedly. I was able to erase all the bars in the paper. I crept like a wise pussycat prowls, all fingertips and toes. I'm sure they'll think me stable now as I've stripped the horrid bedclothes, made gone the pulsing paranoia, the hinges incessant, the creaking like stairs. Such terrible bars lay about this lair. Supplanted them with my more efficient scars. 'Tis easier to pull a scab than to remove such stubborn tacky paper. The pattern remains, but I've a plan for that too. I'll scrape it clean with my fingernails, one row after obstinate row. The pattern in my mind, I'll describe it to you. Baby's pills, creep, creep, creep. Baby's pills, scratch, scratch, scratch. I pray they'll let me out this day. Let me hold my tender babe. My nipples have since dried as a well gives up her water, but my heart is still wet with a red pumping and an endless flow for that blue-eyed boy I've missed since birth. I'll not hurt him. I'll be so calm, believe me. I know I can do this, for I am his mommy. I'm dressing now and preparing for the moment when John and the good doctor shall arrive and finally realize there are no more pills to take.
This case would be a turning point.
My bad. Collected them up as the days went by, swallowed them all in one big chunk. I'm wearing my best frock as well, with the longest sleeves, despite this bestial heat. Like how the pattern even matches the ruby tracks upon my arms, where I scratched myself free. I've also donned my garden gloves, my goodness, it took some doing to pull them over my fingertips, where alas, my nails have all gone missing. Once I'm free to commence the creep, I'll take to that brutal track. I'll spend the night hunting them down, prowling, crawling, prowling, all fingertips and toes. Like a wise pussycat out for catching mice, as fingernails, as snacks. Baby's pills, creep, creep, creep. Baby's pills, scratch, scratch, scratch. Thank you.
That's just dangerous for real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Winter Rose.
All right. Woo.
That was
Wonderful.
amazing.
Yeah.
The script is getting ready.
Yeah. You know what's tragic? Like I one of my ex-girlfriends was bipolar and used to scratch, like cut herself,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the same sentiment. She was saying, "I'm scratching myself free,"
Yeah.
and um, although it seemed so distractive, I understood where she was coming from. So when you scratch yourself free, like and remove the scabs from the pain, um you free yourself. As long as we free ourselves positively, then it becomes real healing. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm, just following on a bit of what Zimkanto's saying. It just, these two poems really struck me as, you continue your kind of balancing act of maintaining your integrity as who you are. And they both were kind of incantatory poems, too. And I've sort of getting this feeling of, that these poems aren't really separate from how you live those experiences in any way. There's such a continuity between the experience and the poem. They seem just kind of natural behaviors for you to engage in that way. And it's kind of becoming a distinguishing characteristic I see in your work. The first poem too was very incantatory in that it was just kind of magical to me. It was almost a kind of a conversational equation, and the way the poem terminated had this sense of sufficiency. I was like completely satisfied. There was like nothing more I
Really?
wanted. So keep it up, babe.
Okay, baby.
Yo, that was just like if a cat had a chance to actually vocalize themselves and read a poem, it would sound like that, right? Creeping around, right? um, really, it just amazing. Your first poem, on hands and knees with dustpan and broom. You mentioned the medication. I'm familiar. I'm familiar. Um, he said rocks in my pocket, immersing myself in rivers. Just what they expect, right? Um, all fingertips and toes. That's what made me think of a cat, right? Because they're like, you can't hear me, you can't see me. I'm all fingertips and toes. Just money, very delicate, um, but just very pungent and poignant. Like Then you said, I can do this, for I am his mommy. Just kind of dangerous. It's just kind of dangerous in the best of ways, but dangerous nonetheless. I hope that it was healing for you. I hope the release was helpful in getting you where you need to get to and getting you past a certain point. That's really all that matters. We're here for it. Thank you so very much. All right, folks, we have gotten to a point that is past the threshold point. I am hearing from my team that's saying, yo, we probably only have time for one on the good luck round this evening. You can blame me for making sure that, you know, we all got a chance to rap with each other. But listen, I am here for it. Listen, so my apologies to all the folks who are on the good luck round. You know, maybe I'll jump into the cipher so we can make sure that we hear y'all. But unfortunately, we are not going to get to everyone on the good luck round because we have passed our threshold time. So we will get to the first person on the good luck round. Then I will jump into the cipher to make sure that if anyone else on the good luck round wants to rip, we will be here to hear you rip. All right. So coming up on the good luck round, this cat is like a warrior's warrior, man. And this is the sound of the homie, not even a homie, but one of the cats in the movies, right? Can you dig it? And he has such a name befitting him and his style and his work. Got a chance to hear him a couple times, and this cat is truly passionate about who he is, what he does, and how he rips. I recently saw a piece of a video where I believe he was making coquito. And that's just work, man. For real. It's just soaked in tradition and culture, man. I appreciate that so very much. The one and only Cyrus the Taino in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you. Please, take it away.
Check me out on Facebook, Wasazlan, Wisaztlan, Keyless. Instagram, Brown Berets, WI_ on Instagram. All right. This one's called the CIA Op. The CIA Op and the ones that were shot, the two that dropped, the sacrificial lambs for the Kool-Aid and the propaganda, and the Temple of Doom, the Temple of Baal is what they're building up behind Epstein files. Every time you ask about it, they're covering up. It's like Indiana Jones and the dystopia of doom, ICE ads and raids on your news feed just to make you bleed. The real terrorists that make the innocent bleed. They prey on the innocent. They go after the innocent because they know they're not able to defend themselves. So they go after and they target them. Jesus Christ and the weeds and the genocide that they sowed in their seeds that were sown. Yeah, y'all. They don't want to admit it on your TV screen and propaganda that these killers are homegrown. Chemtrails in the ozone, enough to make you cough up your lungs full blown. And they call it make it great. But guess what? In Wisconsin, there ain't no cheese for my steak. No justice, no peace for my brother Jacob Blake that got shot 7 times in the back by police of Kenosha in the state. But they let little Kyle Rittenhouse go home with his AR-15 with his mama before it wasn't too late. Before bedtime, listen to these rhymes as they chime. Led Zeppelin, just wait until the levee breaks. Just wait until revolution calls. Fakes and phonies, false prophets and teachers. Oh yes, Joe Osteen in the mix. False prophets and cronies and preachers and cronies on the take. They say make America great, but ask yourself, when was it ever great? Peace.
Yeah.
You just a troublemaker, sir. You just a damn rabble rouser. I'm telling you. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Cyrus, the Taino.
That was definitely fire. That was definitely came with a lot of heat.
I love that you got a hype man next to you, like shaking his head, like yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, talk
I
that
hear
shit, man.
that.
Talk that shit, man.
Yeah.
You need to make some red hats that say, "When was it ever great?"
When was it ever great? Man.
Yeah,
Such a great question.
I love to hear those words because they are words of truth that we really absolutely have to absorb based on history. Because, it's just the way it's going to be. There has to be some kind of uprising or revolution to get this country back, whatever the country will be, because it's not going to be what we have now. So I just appreciate the passion that came with those words.
For sure. So, look, y'all. Again, we have reached our threshold. I will jump into the cipher this evening for all the folks who didn't get a chance to rip. If you still want to get down, I will jump into the cipher to let you get down. I apologize. The time went too far. But listen, I found out like last week we lost an incredible revolutionary, a member of the Black Panthers, and a vocal point and person in that time, in that struggle. And people still hear his words. They may not even know it was him. I am speaking of the incredible H. Rap Brown, who passed last week. And he was the one that coined the phrase, violence is American as cherry pie. Right? He was a very, very prominent figure in the Black Panther Party for self-defense. He would frequently share the stage with Stokely Carmichael and others. But we mourn him. We are thankful for his presence, and we pray for his transition with the ancestors. Listen, it has been an incredible night, y'all. Thank y'all so very much for coming through with all your brilliance. Like, y'all gotta know that I got like one of the best jobs in the world because I get to hang out with geniuses each and every week. Shout out Catman Bill for coming through. Joski, Luna, welcome. Alan Gary, Poetastic, Idiunga, Mr. Tez, Cyrus, I Inspiration, Bonnie Soloway, for real. Winter Rose. I can't thank y'all enough. Please, if you want, please hang out. We will get into the cipher and just for conversation, or if you want to rip the poems that you didn't get a chance to rip this evening. But we are going to end the live stream like this. Until we meet again, may this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirits of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here. We reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week, peace and blessings.